In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night. That was like...
You see my little dance?
Yeah. Hey, if everybody wants to join Patreon, do it because you get to see his little dance. Also, take a shot because Fifi's in her cone and she ran into her table. So if it's shaking, it's because of her.
Damn it, I need a napkin.
Why? Okay, it doesn't matter. It's IKEA. Just put it on top of it. It's fine. So, welcome. My name's Katie.
Don't you have old papers over there?
There's old papers over there.
Why would you put them
Oh my god, who cares?
That's going to stain your shirt.
You stained other shirts. It doesn't matter.
There. Well, it's still on the bottom of this, though. So.
Just use it. Just use it. You are so difficult.
There.
This is what I deal with every day, folks. He is like
a
fuddy-duddy.
White things.
It's not gonna stain.
It is.
It's IKEA. It has like a veneer.
It's red wine. Of course it's gonna stain. It stains everything.
I'm married to a fuddy-duddy, guys. I am married to a fuddy-duddy.
Just like blood. Stains.
On the floor, yes. On this little like veneery thing, no.
If you leave it on there, it probably will.
Then we can just... It doesn't matter. It's IKEA. It's $20.
That's expensive.
You're expensive.
I know.
You need to get closer to your mic because that's very far from you.
All
right, so...
Well, now we got to restart the whole thing.
Apologies, folks. If you couldn't hear him, it was because his microphone was very far away from his face. But you should be able to hear him now.
Super far away. It was like way over here.
And then also, Peggy on a Platform, if you listened to that last week... I did not realize he was really quiet, so I amplified it. So if you listen to it again, if you ever want to, he should be louder. I don't know why it didn't work, but his microphone's working. We've tested it.
I mean, it's not going to be... Still going to be the same on the episode.
No, I amplified it. I amped you up.
Yeah, on this one.
No, the last one. I just redid it before we started this. I amplified it, and then I reposted it. I'm good at my job.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Skills. You should
What are you
get
drinking?
paid for your skills.
I should be paid.
You should.
Patreon, where are you? Just kidding. So, I'm drinking a mimosa.
I'm drinking a mimosa.
I'm drinking a mimosa. I was getting country. I'm drinking a mimosa.
I'm going to speak proper.
Okay.
I am drinking red wine.
What kind of red wine? It was
Red
winemakers. Red blends. What cheap bitches.
Not trying to promote them. They're not paying us.
I mean, they could. Anyway, so my name's Katie. I'm tired. And good news, everybody knows I've been writing a book and I am getting a contract. Yay!
Burr, 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 burr.
I was going to wait and tell you the news, but I couldn't wait. Because I have to tell you everything when it happens or else I'll forget.
Or I'll forget.
But, so I got that this morning. Like, this lady, whose name is the same as my mom's, Cheryl. It's the same as your mom. Mm-hmm. Even though she doesn't go by that name. But, I just think it's funny because Cheryl will email me. Like, I don't think this bitch sleeps. Love you, Cheryl, if you listen. I don't think you do. But she, will message me at 2 a.m. Then she'll message me at 5:30. That's what she did today.
Maybe she has the midnight shift.
But she's in California. So I don't understand. I don't get it. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, maybe she does have the late shift or something. But I just think it's hilarious because, I'll get random messages from her, in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. And then I'll wake up and then I'll have, emails from her and be like, you need to revise this.
Or maybe she's a vampire. Maybe.
That'd be badass. If you are, please come at me. What's your name? What did you go by?
Lur.
Oh, just Lur today?
Lur.
Okay. Well, I know what y'all are here for. Well, actually, how was your week? Before we get into this.
You sure you want to talk about it?
My week?
No, my week.
Your week consisted of work.
Yeah.
Is that all you're going to say, or is there something else?
At a terrible place.
Oh, my God. Sorry. Working on it. Anyway.
Can't swap. I'm working freaking 5 days. I mean,
it's one
barely
shift.
got a swap partner now. I mean, but it's only one shift. So I'm off 3 days. And yeah, I hate it. So.
How do you really feel?
I hate it. Like, that's why I did freaking. I just freaking hate it. I don't like base maintenance. Like, we had to take out some tracks on the wing on the 7.3, and it's just the tracks were taken out. Those are easy, but we had to take out the pads that they rub on, and those were a pain in my arse. Like, it literally took
Is that
us a
why you
whole
were so
fucking
busy
shift.
yesterday?
I mean, I wasn't really busy. I was playing video games at the beginning.
Oh, so that's why you ignored me.
I didn't ignore you. I just had my phone on silent because it kept like going off and going off and going off when I'm in the toolbox room, and it's kind of annoying to other people, I would assume. So I put it on silent. So I didn't know you texted me until I responded.
So you
at 12.
I'm annoying your coworkers. Got it.
No, because text message and all notifications come in as the same sound. Yeah, and it's not annoying to me, but when it goes off back to back to back to back, it can be annoying to people.
Back when I had a Mac at my old job, every time I got an email, it would have a screeching ping, and
that sounds terrible.
I changed the noise to be a snap. That's it. Like, and now Fifi's up.
Fifi thinks you're talking to her.
No, I'm not talking to Fifi. She's walking better, which is great.
No, do not jump on my lap. Your leg is still sore.
She is in a cone, so it's hilarious because she'll run into walls and she'll just push past it.
Just. All right, no. Go lay down. Go lay down. We're
so
trying
take
to
a shot,
record.
guys. Everybody take a drink.
Down, please.
Mazel tov.
Toss mazel.
My week was stressful. Shit going down at work. I don't like being the bad person, but people are trying to throw me under the bus, and this motherfucker is just being dramatic for no reason. And I'm like, I told Dom, he's our boss, he was on the podcast. I told Dom that, and I was like, yeah, there was no reason for his 4:30 p.m. email because he left, and he just sent it out and be like, fuck you, and I'm like, fuck you back.
Maybe that was his what do you call it? Not resentment. His
resignment.
Resign.
I don't know. No. It wasn't he was just like, I've never had a problem with these people. I'm like, yeah, but the people hate you.
Everyone hates him.
Everybody doesn't like him. He is so disorganized, but it's like,
maybe he listens to the podcast.
I hope so. If you're listening to this, suck my dick. But I just was like, yo, you fucked up. I can say I fucked up too, but I claim my fuck up. But I was trying to clarify it with him, and he didn't respond to me. So I assumed it was what he sent. So, long story short, it's just, I don't like being thrown under the bus, and I don't like being blamed for somebody else's shit. And I sent Tom an email, and I was like, okay, I'm going to send this back to everybody and be like, well, if you could do your job. And it just listed out because there's been a lot of delays lately on their part, not our part. And I'm just like, well, if you would ship out the equipment and get it there in a timely manner, maybe we could get a job done and we wouldn't have to push back the date. But I'm just waiting for him to either say yes or no for that because I want to send it because we need to let everybody know they're fucking up.
It's been a day. He hasn't said yes or no yet.
Well, he's on a project right now, so I don't.
Well, he needs to get unbusy.
It's an important project, and it's a time frame we didn't know about, so we had to add another person on, which is costing more money, which is really annoying. But anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes. We've been talking too much drama. I'm over it.
I'm not. Let's continue.
Oh my god. Okay, no.
No, let's continue.
So, what was your movie, babe?
What was it? Twister. With extra twists. Extra twist. This is a super old school movie for those of you who have seen it, and for those of you who haven't.
You have to say it in Ebonics.
Seen it. Twister came out in 1990. What?
6.
There you go. Look at you paying attention.
I was paying attention.
No, you're not.
Well, I was looking at your number, like it was going red. It was going red. I was trying not to burn
Was that
people's...
too loud? Well, they need to have like a very minimal. Excuse me, I just burped. They need to have a very.
That's disgusting, bro.
I can't help it. It just came out. Well, I'm gonna like it. I was literally in the middle of a sentence, babe, when it happened. Like it's not like I was like on my own. You are very judgy. You know what? Just don't talk to me anymore. You're in timeout. Right, la.
So I'm in timeout while we're doing a podcast together, so I can't talk to you.
You can't talk to me.
Do I
you
talk
can
to?
talk to the podcast, but not to me.
Can I talk to the video you?
No, that's still me.
But it's like through a window.
But it's
to the window.
But who's in the video? Me, right? So Lur, right? So yeah, don't talk to Lur.
Well, I'll get in the seat.
Thank you.
And she'll just go.
Yeah, that's all she'll do. The whole.
And then she'll raise an eyebrow, and then she'll be like, "What?"
Oh, it itches.
Right.
Let's see. So, here we go. It like they changed the way this looks. It looks
I don't
different.
like it. I don't like the new one.
6.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Really? That bad?
I mean, it's not
Helen
that bad.
Hunt.
It's almost 70%.
Almost. That's like a D plus.
63 on Rotten Potatoes.
D minus. Okay.
There's a lot of haters out there.
Why?
A lot of
It's
haters.
1996. How? What?
I mean, I guess I can kind of get it because they're literally
chasing
in tornadoes and they like don't get sucked up and like that. Okay, so at the end when they're around that F5 and they're fucking running from it,
and then they attach themselves to the pipe and
no, that part's fine because those pipes do go far down and they like had a leather strap, so they're fine. But and plus they were holding on. No, they were running from it. That shit would have sucked them up. Like
not
instantly.
that far away. No. Have you been in a tornado?
They were far. They were not that far. They were literally running out the building when it was like ripping apart the building. Like
I can agree. Okay, yes. Like including in like the movie theater when that. Okay, let's finish reading it.
So yeah, like I can understand why it probably got that, but it's still very entertaining. So synopsis.
Penis penai.
Oh, this doesn't even show it all. There we go. Holy crap, that's long.
That's what she said.
Not about me. During the approach, because you told me that earlier, during the approach of the most powerful storm, you did. You're like, babe, you're not even that big. So
whatever.
You did. That's going to be forever embedded in my head.
Okay, so no. Now we have to like.
No, there's nothing to justify here. No,
okay,
it's not.
So I gave him one of my crop tops to clean off after we had coitus. Okay.
Coitus.
I'm trying to class this thing up.
So
I'm classing this thing up. Okay.
Coitus.
So I gave him one of my shirts because I didn't want to dig through the fucking dirty laundry to give him one of his shirts to wipe off. That's how we do it. C'est la vie, whatever you do, tissues, do your dude. But I gave him one of my crop tops, and it's like a tank crop top, and I wear them
probably about.
It was like
about that big, roughly, something like that.
And he was acting like his dick was so big that my little crop top couldn't clean off his dick, and I said, babe, don't worry about it. It's not that big.
Exactly.
So,
any other man would have went to a corner and cried.
It's not me sliding his dick. His dick is just fine. Crap.
Wow.
Another thing.
Digging yourself a deeper hole.
His dick is pleasurable. Is that better?
No.
What do you want me to say?
That it's massive and it's the greatest ever.
Okay.
What every man wants to hear.
It's massive and it's the biggest thing ever. My crop top could have cleaned him.
Jesus.
But he complained about it. So that is the only reason why that I said.
I mean, I'm not going to get into like awesome details, but I only said that because of other reasons, not because of the size of my pee-pee.
Just the size of the discharge.
Exactly. That sounds bad.
That sounds really gross.
Like,
so welcome to our personal life, guys.
Like one of us has an STD or something, which we don't.
And we have a Fifi here, so everybody take a shot.
Take 2 shots, because y'all just found out.
Yeah, you guys have to drink past this.
Yeah, drink past it. I mean, we're all adults here. We all know that adults or even kids do the naughty. So
I read a news article that somewhere, I think in Bangladesh, there was a 5-year-old that got pregnant.
how do you even get
I
pregnant
don't
at 5
know.
years old?
I didn't want to look into it because that would horrify me because somebody's fucking a 5-year-old. But how does she have her menses?
There's no way a 5-year-old. I thought the earliest you can get pregnant was like
whenever you
10
have,
or
as soon as a
13
girl
or
starts her
12.
period, that's when her
Yeah, and
eggs
then
are
like near teenage years. Not. That was really weird. It sounded like a rattlesnake was in here or something.
Oh my god, I would leave you and close the door.
It was like, it was like that, but slower, like a lot slower. It was weird.
Okay, we're all over the place. Let's focus. Okay.
What? I'm trying to make sure I'm not gonna get eaten by something.
There's
here.
not a rattlesnake in here.
How do you know? How do you know? Maybe it's my small pee-pee.
It's like, oh, hey, baby.
All the men out there, I feel your pain. I feel your... Well, to the small ones.
All
to the small ones, not the ones that are like in porn business and huge and stuff. So, off subject again.
I almost like snorted.
Good. I hope so. So apparently there's this like, I just been seeing it randomly on Instagram. The guy, the freaking, what's his name? The UFC guy.
McGregor?
No, he talks like a lot. I'm pretty sure people are like screaming his name right now, but I can't remember his name. But he used to be like a commentator for UFC, and I think he also used to be a fighter. I can't remember what his name is.
Move on.
He talks about like how apparently they legit have like a penis enlarging thing now, to where like it's a legit thing. Because like they're like, well, how do you think these guys in porn business, get these massive schlongages and shit? And so apparently, I don't know. I didn't click on it or anything.
Because that's going to give you a virus. Don't do that.
Oh, fuck, I almost had it. I don't know if it's like a pill or if it's like surgery or if it's just like something else. I have no idea. But apparently it's like a real thing now. It's just, I don't understand why women can have like breast enlargements, ass enlargements, lip enlargements. They can do their face.
You can do your face.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. That's it.
You can do your ass.
But like we can't. What guy would want to do their fucking ass?
I mean, people.
But it's like we can't, make just go to the doctor and be like, hey, man, I want to get like an extra inch or two on my pee-pee. Help me out here.
Stab it with a needle. And...
Like, they need to come out with that V stuff from freaking True Blood.
Oh.
They just need to come out with that. So one of you vampires out there just...
Well, V is vampire blood, so if you drink it, then it's like...
Yeah, but then you can also have a chance to become.
Hit him up, god damn it! He wants a bigger penis. Okay, moving on.
Hey, I'm just trying to help the guys out there. Okay,
we are like segueing so hard on everything. Just read the synopsis.
No, okay. Ooh, I got something else.
You are a nightmare.
Your face is a nightmare.
Thank you.
Fifi, can you lay down, please? Thank you.
Take a shot.
All right, so synopsis.
Penis, penile. I already did that.
I don't care. You're going to do it again. During the approach of the most powerful storm in decades, university professor Dr. Joe Harding, Helen Hunt, I didn't know she was a university professor.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
She was fucking never at school, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, you can be a doctor and not...
She was literally chasing storms. Oh, maybe she only does it during like that storm season.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm gonna stab you in the eyeball. And an underfunded team of students. Oh, those are her students?
Yeah, babe.
Fuck, I didn't know that either. Jesus. They were so grown.
That's what Dusty.
Like one guy was old.
Well,
he
not
was like
all of
90.
Them. Not 90.
Okay, fine. 89. Students prepared the prototype for Dorothy, a groundbreaking tornado data gathering device conceived by her estranged husband, Bill. Oh, it was actually his real name, Bill Paxton. Mm-hmm. Don't act like you freaking knew that.
He was a famous dude.
You did not know that his name was Bill Paxton.
I said it while we were watching it. I said Bill Paxton. Did you not hear me?
I don't listen to you.
I know.
Because you said I was smoking. Oh.
Wow.
When Harding tells Bill that Dorothy is ready for testing.
Why are you hunting on testing? That's like sounds like you have gonorrhea or something.
Everyone should get tested if they're sexually active, unless you're married and you're only with that partner. Gotta specify those things because there's a lot of cheaters out there. So, then you don't need to go test it. I'm a cheater?
I have no idea. I don't know what you do.
Cheater?
I sleep too much.
And watch TV too much.
Yeah.
And
I hate
privately funded rival Dr. Jonas Miller carried. I don't know how to say that last name.
Oh, he's Wesley from Princess Bride.
Has stolen the idea and built his own. Bill rejoins the team for one last mission.
Hurrah!
So we got Bill Paxton as Bill Harding. Oh, she never changed her name back. Helen Hunt as Dr. Joe Harding. Phil Seymour. Jamie Gertz. And Carrie Elise.
Oh my God, it is Philip Seymour.
Huh? What?
You said Philip Seymour? Phil Seymour?
I never said Phil Seymour. Or Philip Seymour, yeah.
Philip Seymour. Oh my God, I love him. That's who it was. I just did not connect those two.
That's Dusty.
That's Dusty. I know.
Come on now.
I will cut you.
We got Lois Smith, and then we have Alan Rook.
Respect.
I mean, there's more peeps, but I'm not reading them all. Those are just the main peeps.
Okay, so this movie is a oldie but a goodie. I understand, but I don't understand because in my mind, if you are going to rate an old movie, you need to make sure that you are having the old movie mindset. They're not going to have that many great,
I'm pretty sure
effects.
this was rated around that time. I'm pretty sure it hasn't been rated, recently.
I don't know. I think it's an ongoing thing. It could change.
I mean, yeah. So I wish we could look up the ratings when it, first came out. Because they might have been lower. You never know.
Or higher, because at the time, they're like, holy shit, it's a tornado.
Or maybe they're the same.
I don't know. So that's something that we need to figure out. But Twister is a movie about, obviously, tornadoes in Oklahoma, which we live in,
near
which is
Oklahoma
hilarious.
City.
And it's funny because the topic that we're discussing is actually in Oklahoma, too. So we got a double Oklahoma. Boom. Not like they actually like Oklahoma. It's just because...
I don't mind it.
We live here. But tornadoes are scary.
Fuck yeah. Any natural disaster is scary.
Yeah.
Tsunamis, hurricanes.
The thing is, a tsunami, it's like no matter where you are in proximity of that, you're fucked. You cannot escape it unless you have scuba gear. And even if then.
Scuba gear? How can you escape it with scuba gear?
Because a wave comes in, if you have scuba gear on, you can breathe underwater. So that's my mindset. But anyway, so Twister... Literally, we're not going to get into it. It's an old movie. But what I did want to bring up, I decided that during the movie, I was going to bring up tornado facts. We're going to learn, fuckers. Okay. I'm not calling you general fuckers, but you...
Yeah, she is, because she's mean like that sometimes.
I'm awesome. Okay, so we're going to do tornado facts. And I got it from AccuWeather and National Geographic Kids. All right, so...
I used to have AccuWeather as my app.
So 1925's tri-state tornado is considered the deadliest in the U.S. history. On March 18th, 1925, a tornado began its path of destruction in southeastern Missouri through the south of Illinois. So take a shot.
Him alone.
Her. It's Nugget.
Oh, it's Nugget? I thought it was Gordon.
Through the south of Illinois and Indiana. So it literally went across 3 fucking states.
Jeez.
Okay, so tri-state, it's a tri-state tornado.
This bad boy was on the ground for a long time.
It covered 219 miles in 3 hours. So it stayed around for 3 fucking hours.
Wow.
According to the National Weather Service, it killed nearly 700 people and is considered the longest lasting tornado on record. So,
yeah, I bet. Usually they last like minutes.
So that's the U.S. one. I did an international one as like so the deadliest tornado ever recorded was in Bangladesh in 1989 as it traveled through the Dhaka region of the country. More than 20 villages were destroyed. Around 1,300 people were killed. So that was the deadliest.
That's the deadliest.
That's the deadliest, but the U.S. one was 3 hours long, and that was the longest.
How long was the other one?
It didn't say.
Wow, so it was on the ground shorter, and it killed almost double the people.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
tornadoes, yay! Tornadoes. Okay, so fact number 2: widest recorded tornado struck on May 31st of 2013. The National Weather Service reported that it broke the previous record held by a 2.5 mile wide F4 tornado and struck Hallam, Nebraska in May of 2004.
Wait, 2.5 miles wide?
Yup.
So in the movie, if y'all haven't seen the movie, they said that a F5, that's the biggest.
The strongest, not the biggest. It could be.
No, F5 is the biggest. It's the biggest and the strongest. That's how F4 is.
So it's like a Hulk.
Yeah, it's like, that's why they said in the movie, it's like a wrath of God or act of God or something like that. But they said it was only a mile wide. So that means...
This one happened after in 2013. So in 2013...
So they must have changed their scales then, because an F4 should be bigger than... I mean, it should be smaller than a mile wide, not 2.5.
I think the world is coming back at us. It's like, you remember... What is that movie from M. Night Shyamalan?
The Happening.
The Happening.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I should have let you struggle a little bit longer.
I was going to say The Nature, but that did not.
That works. Yeah.
You're being a dick. So 2.5 miles wide.
That is insane. So what is an F5 now?
Fuck if I know.
All right, while you're reading it, I'm going to look it up.
Okay, so number 3. Worst tornado outbreak on record is April 27th of 2011. We're getting like close in range. In the midst of severe tornado outbreak across the deep south from April 25th to April 28th, 2011, a reported 207 tornadoes touched down on April 27th alone. So in that single day, 207 tornadoes touched down. Whether how long they stayed around is irrelevant.
It doesn't matter. It's 207 freaking tornadoes.
So according to the Weather Service, National Weather Service, the tornadoes on April 27th swept through states including Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Virginia. So not even like Tornado Alley, really. So killing 319 people and injuring 2,839 others, the National Weather Service reported. So 4 of the more than 200 tornadoes that wreaked havoc on that day were rated as powerful as EF5s. So yeah,
F5s.
So 4 of those tornadoes, the 207 tornadoes
were F5s.
F5s.
Jesus.
It's called EF5s technically, so it's enhanced Fujita scale.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? It's probably that wide at the top, not at the bottom. I'm thinking the bottom is that wide, which would be fucking insane.
I mean, even a mile long.
Because looking at the picture, so I looked it up. It said, how wide can an EF5 tornado get? And it's 2.6 miles. So
that's the biggest. That's so far the biggest. That's what the one broke the scale. So the one on the previous... in Hallam, Nebraska, it broke that record. So it's now at 2.6.
Yeah, 2.6 now. So, okay. But it's weird that F4 was a 2.5. That should be an F5. The thing is,
F5s don't happen a lot.
It's probably the width and because it's saying that F5 maximum winds are between 261 miles per hour and 318. So it's probably smaller wind that made it an F4,
bigger, wide.
But wide.
Okay, that makes sense. We're learning, guys. Okay, so number 4. Tornadoes can last from a mere minutes to several hours, obviously, because that 3-hour fucking long one. I thought it was only like
that's fucking 3
few
hours.
minutes.
That's scary.
a tornado's duration can be anywhere between a brief few moments to hours, although the average twister remains on the ground for about 5 minutes.
I was gonna say 5 minutes. Look at me.
Good job. According to the NOAA's National Surface Storms Laboratory. Okay, so about 5 minutes. So if you have a tornado near you, go in the basement, go in a bathtub, because I know a lot of places don't have basements now. Go in a bathtub. Because the plumbing is connected to the underground, you'll be safe. Ish.
Should be safe.
So tornadoes have touched down in every continent except which continent?
Alaska.
That's a state. Continent.
Africa.
No. Antarctica.
I was gonna get there.
After that, there's like 5 others. Like, there's only 7 continents. Like.
Fuck if I know.
Okay, so number 6. Severe tornadoes in the U.S. can occur in both tornado and southern tornado alleys. So there's 2 alleys. While most people are familiar with Tornado Alley, the wide stretch of tornado-prone areas in states including Texas, Oklahoma, that's Tornado Alley. And then Southern Tornado Alley is also known for the deadliest tornadoes. So
what is that, Mexico? Across
the southeast, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, South, and North Carolina are some of the states that lie within that.
How is South and North Carolina south? That's like directly
I think
east.
it kind of goes like this because Georgia is right above Florida, then it's South Carolina and North Carolina.
That should be Midwest or Mid-East and not South.
Not Mid-East. It's going to curve. It just depends, babe. I don't know. That's what they labeled it. I didn't do it.
That's dumb.
I'm not.
Whoever labeled that should be smacked in the face.
I'm not a meteorologist. Okay. Moving on. Spring is the peak season for tornadoes, obviously. Tornado activity has a history of occurring mostly during the spring months, beginning in March. Tornadoes typically experience a peak occurrence between May and June. According to Live Science, historically, May is the most active month for tornado occurrences, with an average of 276 tornadoes occurring annually in the U.S., NOAA reported. Okay, so May is our deadliest month. Even though July, that one time, we had like 3 tornadoes touch down near us. Awesome. We live in Oklahoma. Great. The wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't tell.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Never heard that song before.
It's from Oklahoma. Okay.
I'm not from Oklahoma.
No, it's not. It's the musical Oklahoma.
Didn't know there was a musical Oklahoma.
Wow. Okay. Moving on. Number 8. Most tornado activity occurs in the afternoon or evening. Tornadoes
It's not at night. That's good. So you can see them.
Tornadoes can occur at any time, but they're most likely to happen between 4 and 9 p.m. According to the National Severe Storms Laboratory. I think it's just more so wherever the temperature.
That's where mostly temperature changes.
Yeah.
Like it goes from cooler or hot to cooler.
Okay. Then number 9 is the U.S. experiences the highest number of tornadoes, obviously, because we're tragic, with an average of more than 1,200 tornadoes annually. Average.
That's a lot. So
Average.
It could be more, it could be less.
Yeah. The U.S. leads with the most tornado activity in the country, according to NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information.
I wonder why America
I think
has
it's
the
just.
most.
I think it's just the way, like, how our weather is, because it's definitely drastically different. Because even in England, like, yeah, they get snow, but they don't get as much snow as Wisconsin, which is on the same latitude.
But also, what is the other reason why there's so many tornadoes here?
Trump?
Well, I mean, he's not in office anymore, but you have an idea there. The government, yes.
Maybe, I don't know. All right.
Just like Geostorm.
Oh, take a shot. Somebody barked. Okay, number 10. If a tornado occurs over water, it is not called a tornado. It's called
a hurricane. No, it's a... Fuck, what is it called?
I think we learned this from Sharknado.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's called a waterspout.
Oh, I would never guess that.
So we learned a little bit about tornadoes. If you have not watched Twister, what did we watch it on? Netflix?
I have no idea.
Amazon Prime. We watched it on Amazon Prime. So we can watch it on Amazon Prime. It is an oldie but a goodie, but definitely like something to watch. What's your score? It's your movie.
Fucking 20. I can always watch Twister. It's one of my favorite classics.
It is one of the good classics. I'll give it a 10 too.
I mean, for just a little, like, what do you say? Just like a little plot, I guess, of the movie. They're trying to help people, help save more people because there's no, what is it? Like, there's no signaling or,
like,
what is it?
I know, it's like notice. They don't get
notice. They don't get noticed. So like their aunt or Helen Hunt's aunt in the movie, Meg, got almost taken out by a tornado and it like ripped her town.
Yeah.
What was it? Wakita to like shreds because she literally the wind picked up. She started hearing her chimes go, and then that's when it like goes away and she's talking. She's like, "Yeah, I had like no." By the time I got downstairs. She didn't
have time to go to the basement. And so she was like, I mean, she was
literally
fine.
had like 30 seconds maybe. So it's like, she was fine, but yeah, she had zero notice. So that's the whole point of the movie. So they can help people figure out how these tornadoes work, like see their paths in a way because tornadoes go fucking whatever direction they want to go. So super good movie if you haven't seen it. It is a 1996 movie, but it's not like, I don't think the graphics in it were.
No, the actual graphics were pretty good.
They're actually pretty damn good. So
I don't know if they took actual videos of tornadoes or not, but I thought it was good. Like they don't use CG, whatever.
Yeah, they don't like the CGI does not look like terribly bad at all. Like,
I don't even think they used it. That's the thing.
They had to use it. Like for the water spouts, you could tell for them they used it.
Maybe, but it's a good movie. I'm shocked if you haven't watched it yet. If you haven't, definitely watch it. If you have, watch it again.
I don't know how I even came across that movie, but I've seen it so many times.
All right, so now we're going to move on to my topic, which is the Jamison family disappearance, which is a bonks. All right, so sites are Wikipedia, allthat'sinteresting.com, coldcaseexplorations.com. What?
I said all that jazz.
And all that jazz. Okay, so we're just going to get into it. We're going to dive in. We're going to get to know the family first and then kind of move forward with what happened. So before the disappearance, we have 3 people in this story. So we have Bobby Dale. Mm-hmm. Again, this is in Oklahoma. Just get your mind in Oklahoma. I think it's actually really close to here. I don't remember what city. I'm sure I'll say it later. So Bobby Dale, who's the dad, who's 44. Cheryl Lynn, who's 40. And Madison, it's Madyson, who is 6, that Jamison, live in Eufaula, Oklahoma. That's close, right?
Eufaula? Oh, yeah.
Eufaula.
I remember seeing that name.
Give me a second. I will look it up. Give me a second.
Eufaula.
Stop.
I got it.
Okay. It's 55 miles away from us to the southeast directly. So it's like an hour away.
South, yeah.
It's an hour away from us. Great. Good. Awesome. Okay. So the couple married in 2004 and Madison followed soon after. Ty, read number 1.
You freaking read number 1. According to sources, the family had a high standard of living. I wish I could.
Ballers.
Although they were perhaps living above their means. Okay, so then no. They lived in a lakeside home and also had several timeshares in the U.S. and in Mexico. The family was also extremely religious to the point that they were paranoid about spirits invading their home.
That's going to come in later, which is very interesting. So both Bobby and Sherilyn were unemployed and on disability at the time of their disappearance. So Bobby had been in a car wreck in 2003 and suffered from chronic back pain as a result. Which can happen. I mean, if you get on unemployment, it's great. You just get like a $2,000 paycheck every fucking month.
Ballin'.
Read number 2.
You read number 2.
Okay, are you going to say that every single time?
Probably.
Okay.
Sherry Lynn. I kind of like that name. It's like a Oklahoma name.
We have Cheryl Lynn.
Cheryl Lynn had struggled with depression ever since her sister died in a freak bee sting accident. What the fuck?
Is that it?
Bee sting accident?
Yeah.
Like where she must have been like highly allergic and didn't know.
Maybe like the thing is like
or
if
maybe she got stung in a temple. It's right there.
I don't know how to deal with you when you're like this.
Isn't it like always?
Yeah. Yes, it is. If you're not watching this, he got very graphic and he was like, maybe he just stabbed her in the fucking head. And he used his finger as a needle. And I don't think a bee sting, no matter where it stung, you're going to be allergic to it the same amount. It doesn't matter where.
No, not necessarily. Because if you get stung in the brain, but like on your, what do you call this thing again? Cranium.
Forehead?
Cranium.
Great.
That is the skull.
Okay.
Cranium.
What the fuck? Are you going to start a rap song?
Maybe. Cranium. That would be like a multi-platinum song.
Oh my god, you're going to be like the new...
If you get stung here, it doesn't go through. It's just going to pierce the skin.
Yeah, but you're still going to be the same allergicness, that's a word, to it as anywhere else.
What if you get stung in the butthole?
How? Not even going to, like, no, I'm not, that's a different discussion. Fuck off. Okay, so let's go back to them. So, is there anything else on number 2, or is that just it?
I don't know. Let me read. Oh, no, there's more.
I thought so. I was like sitting here and was like, I don't think that's the only thing. He just stopped on bee sting. Tragic bee sting accident.
I mean, that's fucking crazy. Bee sting accident and you die from it? Like, I mean, the only thing I can think is if you're highly allergic. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's why they need an EpiPen.
She was also diagnosed with bipolar disorder and sometimes didn't take her medication. But that has nothing to do with the bee sting.
It doesn't. So that's why they're both on disability. Okay, so now that's just kind of a little bit of the background. We're going to go into the disappearance because that's way more important and way more interesting.
Take a shot. Arrow's by me.
Arrow Barrow. Okay. So by October 2009, the couple was considering moving out of Eufaula and finding a quieter place to live. Although the town of Eufaula only had a population of about 3,000 people at the time, they couldn't have known that the decision would ultimately lead to their tragic fate. They wanted to live somewhere more secluded, so they were looking at a 40-acre piece of property near Red Oak, Oklahoma, about 50 miles from their home. So Tulsa's here. That's where we live. You have to go the opposite way now. Eufaula is here, and then Red Oak was like directly south, I believe. Okay, moving on. They wanted to... Oh, no, actually, you're number 3. Go.
Yeah. Quit trying to skip me, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
The Jamison... Oh, did they make Jamison?
No.
Oh, it's sad. The Jamison family wanted to move to San Boise Mountains and live in metal shipping containers, although it's not entirely clear why this was the plan. Because it's metal shipping containers. Things can't get in. And they're tough.
So, a little background on that. So, I was thinking originally that they were going to build it into a nice home. Like, upgrade
they're just going to live in metal containers.
That's what I actually watched BuzzFeed on this. They have an episode on it. And they were just literally going to sleep in sleeping bags in a shipping container. That's it. I
mean, they would be really hot.
Or really cold. So, that's crazy.
Like
is that all
impossible.
For you? Oh, take a shot.
Fifi, please, mama. No,
Sorry.
No.
Sorry for the earthquake, folks. It's Fifi.
Go lay down, please. We're trying to record. Lay down.
Take a shot. All right.
Let's see. You said I'm doing what? Oh, number 3?
Did you finish
that was all.
Okay. So they made it to the viewing, but they requested that the realtor for the property not attend. So they just wanted a more private experience. Due to the fact that the family's truck was found in the area, it's believed that the Jamisons made it safely to the area, but after that chilly October day, no one ever saw them again. So the family was last seen on October 9th of 2009.
Oh, that's not that long ago.
What date is it? Oh, it's the 7th. 2 days away. We're almost on to the anniversary. That's crazy.
Perfect.
So, well, we're recording it on the 7th. So on October 9th of 2009, that was the last time they were seen. So you get to read number 4.
Weather reports for that day say it was around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty damn cold, which is quite chilly and could induce hypothermia without proper clothing or if a person was wet. I mean, if I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, I might get like hypothermia, but 40 degrees, no.
So the thing is, at night, if it's 40 degrees during the day, at night it's going to be lower. That's That's kind of what they're gearing towards.
Oh well, then yeah, at night it will be lower.
So the thing is, we don't know what happened to them. We'll get into it. But because the Jamisons were a private family who didn't often interact with friends or relatives, no one realized they were missing for a while.
Wow.
So, like you said before, they're super religious. They're very, like,
tight-knit.
Tight-knit. They didn't talk to anybody. And so...
That was their own fault.
The family's truck was found on October 17th, 8 days after the couple was last seen, and it had some interesting items inside.
Rope.
Read number 5.
Tape.
I like how you're guessing shit. Don't guess. Read number 5. I like how you're not a lawyer, dude. Just fucking read it. 5. Condoms.
I was wanting to say that.
I beat you to it.
I was going to say it, but I was like, we've been talking a lot of sexual stuff, so I was like, maybe I'll take a little break. No, but then you said it, so perfect.
Great.
The family's coats.
So the coats, remember, it's 42 degrees out. It's chilly. Whatever. 40 degrees out, it's chilly. They should have been wearing coats, but they left them in the truck.
I'm pretty sure 40 degrees is not chilly. That's
pretty
cold.
Fucking cold. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Chilly is like 50s.
Today.
Any day.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the temperature back then is not any different than the temperature.
Well, no, it was 45.
40.
It was like 65 degrees today. It was a little chilly outside. My toes were cold.
When I got off of work, it was 43 degrees outside. Okay. That is pretty cold. The family's coats have been left inside as had their cell phones, some maps, a GPS system, and around $32,000 cash. Wow. I want that $32,000. The family's dog, Maisie, had also been left in the truck and was in very poor condition when authorities found her. An 11-page long letter was also found in the truck, apparently written by Sherry Lynn. Geez, 11 pages?
So, not only were their coats in there on a cold day, they were in the truck, but also their fucking dog was left in the truck.
And $32,000
cash. Like, the thing is, the $32,000 cash, I'm just like, yeah, that's very intriguing, which we'll get into a little bit, but they were planning to come back soon. We're just going to go take a look really quick and then come back. Maybe. That's in my brain. That's what I'm thinking of. Because Maisie, their dog, their beloved dog, is in the truck. But then after 8 days of staying in the truck, it was malnourished. It survived. It was fine. But
damn, 8. I wonder what it ate. Probably ate the cash.
It's like just
start gnawing on the cash.
No, it's just like Wade. He eats everything.
Probably.
Okay. So, very interesting. Okay, so in the letter, so Sherilyn wrote an 11-page letter. Sherilyn criticized Bobby for being a hermit, in her words, and that he wasn't taking good enough care of his family. She also wrote that she wanted a divorce.
So he took them out.
Okay, so we're going to get into it. So authorities began the search for the missing family with everything they had, including search dogs, people on horseback, helicopters, patrols, and more. Rocky terrain and some steep cliff sides were difficult for searchers to navigate, further complicated by wet and muddy conditions early on. So, read number 6.
They just fell. That was it. Regarding the truck, Israel Beauchamp, Latimer County Sheriff, at the time stated, "I think they were forced to stop and got out of the truck to meet with someone they recognized. And I think they either left willingly or by force."
All right. So with that, we're going to get into something creepy. The creepy last pictures. So the last few pictures that were taken on Bobby's cell phone were of Madison sitting in front of a rock. Some say that Madison looks frightened in the pictures, or at the very least uneasy. Her arms are crossed. She's crossed. And although she has a semi-smile, it doesn't appear genuine.
Well, it's cold outside.
So...
It's 40 degrees outside. And she didn't have a coat, so yeah.
Let's get it.
There is nothing wrong with that picture.
No, I'm just putting it on here. If you're watching, you can see the picture because I'm putting it on the camera.
Left one is like...
the left one is her normal one, and then
the right one is like her pissed off one.
Yeah, so if you look at that really quickly, because those are my other notes, she does look kind of upset.
She might have had,
like... Yeah.
But it's also 40 degrees outside, and
so she could be cold.
She's probably just cold, like super cold, because she is a child.
And so there was other speculations, like other family members talked about how Madison always was a happy child, and so whenever there was a camera, she would put on her like sparkle face or whatever they called it, and I was like, that's annoying.
Yeah, probably not when it's 40 degrees outside.
Probably not when it's 40 degrees without a coat. But that's another thing. Like, she's a child. She's 6 years old. Her parents would have said, hey, grab your coat.
Yeah.
If we're going to go walk out. So that's another thing that's weird. Okay, so one of the witnesses said that there were fresh tire tracks leading away from the Jamison's truck, making him believe that the family perhaps got into another vehicle. Let's read number 7.
Then why would they leave the dog in the cash?
Exactly.
Number 7? Mm-hmm. However, another witness and the last known person to see the family said that he never saw the family come back down the mountain, nor did he see anyone else drive up it or down it.
So there's a guy who lives on the mountain and like at a neighbor or something, and he's like at the end of the only road that goes up, and he said he only saw them go up.
Or maybe he was part of it.
Could be, but that's not a speculation. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into, that's the disappearance. That's it. So we're going to talk about some issues at home. Oh, take a shot. Fifi's trying to itch her head. That's in a cone.
Scratch her head, that's in a cone?
Itch, scratch. Same thing. All right. So we're going to talk about some of the issues at their home. Okay. Because now we learned about the disappearance. We knew who, as I hit my microphone. We learned about the family. Now we are going to get into some of the issues. Okay, this is where it gets fun. The couple had some issues with a family friend who'd been staying with them. Reportedly, Sherilyn had forced the man to leave at gunpoint, even shooting some bullets into the floor near his feet.
Damn, Sherilyn.
Yeah, I know, right? So this man was investigated by authorities, and he was ultimately cleared in the case of the family's disappearance. Okay, so that was one avenue they were trying to go down, but it didn't work because I think he had like an alibi or something, like he was not near them, or he was like in another state or something.
So alibis can necessarily not work either, because remember that little one murder podcast we were listening to, and the guy like killed 3 women or something like that, and he had an alibi.
His girlfriend would
because he was just like, "Hey, say that I was with you," and they're like, "Okay." So they said that, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's false alibis, but the thing is, like, this actually panned out because I think he was at work or something, and he was traveling for work. Like, he had receipts, he had shit. So there was evidence of him.
Okay. Well, there better be.
Okay. So number 8.
I'm the detective on this case now.
I mean, number 8.
Oh, shit.
I don't care if you want to be the detective.
I'm the detective.
Okay.
The Jamison pastor came forward as well, giving over information to the authorities about what Bobby had told them in the weeks leading up to the disappearance. Reportedly, Bobby had been seeing spirits around his home and asked the pastor if there was a bullet they made that would kill them.
Kill ghosts, not people. Kill ghosts.
Yeah.
Which kind of gets into his psyche because...
I mean, he could probably be thinking that the family's like demons trying to get him or some shit.
Maybe, but that to me, it's like he may be a little bit disjointed. Just a little bit. All right. A lot. So, connecting to that, Sherilyn has also purchased a satanic Bible, allegedly as a joke. However, Bobby Dale confessed to his pastor that he had read it, leading some people to believe that the witchcraft may have been a factor in their deaths. Because they ultimately died, obviously. Mm-hmm. It was unclear if Bobby was suffering from mental health issues, although this information makes it more likely. Great. Okay. So, moving on. Cheryl Lynn claimed someone had poisoned her cats in the weeks prior to the family's disappearance. She spray painted some phrases on the side of her shipping container that they were going to live in, writing, witches do not like it when their cats are killed. So she bought the Satanic Bible, and then she writes that in spray paint on the side of their shipping container that they were going to live in.
Yeah, because she probably killed her own cat.
I don't think so. So they could have gotten into anything. Like, cats can eat random shit if they're outdoor cats.
That's true.
So it's not necessarily poison. So the Jamison family had some troubles with the Eufaula school district as well, as they pulled their daughter Madison out of kindergarten and were planning to sue the school district. Number 9.
What the couple was planning on suing about is unknown, but Madison had indeed been removed from classes, which was why the school didn't alert anyone that she was missing.
So they pulled her out. They're playing. Take a shot. Puppies are playing.
Their parents pulled her out, right?
So the parents pulled her out, and they were about to sue the school district, and so the school district didn't even realize they were missing. So they probably could have been reported missing earlier if she was still in school, which is weird. That's like a coincidence of happenings.
Yeah, because they wanted to make sure no one knew, I guess.
Right. Okay, so Bobby had also filed a suit against his parents in 2009, claiming that his father had tricked him into working for free. I roll. Okay. The deal reportedly was that Bobby would get a half stake in the business at some point in the future. There was also some claims made by Bobby that his father had threatened to kill him and his family on several occasions.
The dad threatened to kill his son and the family, his own son's family.
Right. So You get to read number 10.
Investigators looked into both lawsuits and claims to see if there was.
Wow.
I only had like 4 hours of sleep, so.
Whatever. You went to bed at like 11.
Yeah, and I couldn't sleep, babe, because the dogs were on me. Let them in the room so many times.
I let them in the room once and then I took them out.
Pouncing on me.
They love you.
Let's see. In a truck and I'm just going to read. No, I was reading 11. Investigators looked into both lawsuits and claims to see if there was any connection to the family's disappearance, but they couldn't find any leaks. Fifi won the bone challenge.
Take a shot.
Furthermore, Bobby's father was in a nursing home when the family vanished, so investigators were able to rule him out rather early.
Fifi, that's not nice. Take a shot.
Stop.
She's chewing on a bone that I bought them today, and now she's trying to be aggressive about it. So take a shot. Take a double shot.
Where's it? Oh, fuck. He passed away only a few months after the family went missing.
All right, so the dad was kind of removed from the idea of it. So, because he was in a nursing home, he couldn't move. He was not doing well. So they kind of just like, he didn't do this, obviously. Okay, so next.
Wait, so who's the one who threatened to kill his son? I thought that
his
was
dad. His dad, but he was in a nursing home. Like he couldn't leave without people noticing he was gone.
So that was bullshit then.
Well, no, he probably did say I'm going to kill you, but
okay.
But he didn't have any hand in this disappearance right now. All right, so then another thing that was added, some rumors circled that both Bobby and Sherilyn were both meth users. So investigators looked into the drug angle. Viable. Surveillance footage recorded at the Jamisons' house on the day they disappeared was very odd, perhaps furthering these rumors. So, number 11.
The Jamisons were loading up their truck in what appeared to be a trance-like state, leading some to believe that they were on some sort of substance. on the day they disappeared. Ultimately, investigators were unable to find any evidence that the Jamisons were either buying or selling drugs, even after searching the truck and the family home. Well, yeah, because they didn't have the money to do it anyway.
So, talking about the surveillance footage, I was watching BuzzFeed and they actually had a clip of their footage. And it was really creepy. Like, they would just be walking and then, like, loading stuff, like, not interacting with each other. And then at some points, remember Paranormal Activity where the wife would sit there and stare for hours?
Yeah, because they're probably fucking, possessed.
But they would do that, not, like, for hours, but they would stand there and stare, like, stand in the garage and just stare for a while. And then they would go about their business.
That is, like, in every possession demon movie.
Which is really creepy. Like, they would just stop and stare and sit there and stare. That's why they were saying there's a drug angle on this. So another notable point about the surveillance footage is that Sherilyn can be seen loading a brown briefcase into the truck. This brown briefcase was not found with the truck, nor was it ever located. It was not clear what was in the briefcase or what it might have ended up.
$32,000.
$32,000 was found in the truck.
I know.
So the brown briefcase, it wasn't there. Like, in the truck. They didn't locate it. So, the question is, was it a kidnapping? Was it a kidnapping? That's better. Okay.
But kidnapping who? The family getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some friends and family of the Jamisons. So, at this point, they just think they're missing. They don't know where they went.
Yeah.
As mentioned previously, we found their remains.
Oh, that was mentioned?
Yes.
I did not hear that.
Okay. So, was it a kidnapping? Some friends and families of the Jamisons were convinced that someone had kidnapped the family, perhaps at gunpoint. This theory made some sense because of the important items that the family had left behind in the truck. That is, it seemed like they left in a hurry to leave so much cash, their phones, and their family dog behind, and their coats on a cold fucking day. However, authorities were never able to reveal any information or clues that pointed to this possible abduction. So, as mentioned before, there was a set of tire tracks that left. Mm-hmm. Possibly. That's possible. They were like, maybe they got in, maybe they were at a gunpoint.
If they left from, like, maybe being around where that truck was, yeah, but they just left, like, people speed out of gas stations or whatever all the fucking time.
Maybe, maybe not. No, it's like at their 40-acre yardage. Like, they went to the 40-acre lot to look at it, and they asked their realtor not to be there. So they were there by themselves to look at the lot that they were supposedly supposed to buy. Allegedly supposed to buy.
Oh, and tire tracks were speeding out of there?
Out of that location.
And their vehicle was not there.
Their vehicle was there. So their truck was left behind. That's how they figured out, hey, people are disappeared. Okay. How are you not connecting this? Okay.
Doggos.
So we are going to move into the next thing called the discovery.
Hey, don't lick me there, dude.
Was he naughty licking you?
Pee-pee.
Take a shot, folks. Wade just licked his naughtiness.
Weirdo.
His carnal treasure.
He smells the juices on there, that's why. The sexual pleasures of juices.
This just became X-rated. Moving on. Okay, so the discovery. So in 2013, remember, their disappearance was in 2009.
And now we're in 2013?
We're in 2013. 4 years later. 4 years fucking later. Some deer hunters were in the Smokestack Hollow area when they discovered that what they thought were human remains. Hey, don't smell my butt.
See?
Go. That sounds really bad.
What?
I said, don't smell my butt, and you said, don't smell my juices, and that connects to my butt. That's weird.
That's super weird, because we don't do that.
We don't.
There we go. See, we just cleared it up.
I was like, don't smell my butt. Sorry, we have dogs. Take shots.
Dogs smell butts. That's like their
Take shots.
way of
Take
saying,
all the shots.
like,
This
hi.
is like so far off of what I was expecting this episode to be. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so where the remains were found was 3 miles from where the family's pickup truck had been. Remember, there was a search party that went out, and they didn't find anything, but their remains were found 3 miles. 3 miles away. Just 3 miles.
That's not even that far.
It's not.
They're supposed to, don't they do like a Is it like 5-mile radius or 10-mile radius or some shit? Or at least they should.
They should, but I think it's like a mile radius from where things are.
That's stupid.
That is stupid. So you get to read number 12.
Number 13.
Sure.
Reportedly, the bodies were found lying side by side, face down in the dirt. This is an odd position for the bodies to be found in, and many people raise suspicion about the bodies having been intentionally left that way by nefarious perpetrators.
Nefarious. What does that mean?
Dark, like bad things. Nefarious reasons.
Demons?
Yeah. No, like a robber trying to break into our house, he has nefarious purposes. Like he's doing bad things.
Bad intentions.
Yeah, bad intentions. That's a good word. Okay, so it took the medical examiner until July 2014, a year later, to formally confirm that the bodies found on the mountain were those of the Jamison family. However, no cause of death was able to be determined due to the advanced stages of decomposition of the bodies.
Wait, so they don't have fucking... This is 2013, 2014. They should have, like, was it teeth
so.
and...
Well, no, they figured it out. I don't know why it took that long.
A fucking year.
I don't understand why, but the family literally, what had happened was their bodies were pretty much skeletons.
Well, yeah, it's been 4 years.
Right. Stop smelling my foot. Okay. So yeah, they couldn't determine how they died or why they died. Like that's
why they take dental samples. Like you can find out by the teeth who they are.
Yes, but depending, like remember they're a close knit family. They don't go out. They don't do shit. So they might have not gone to a dentist. Like I feel like if we disappeared, they wouldn't be able to determine who we are because we haven't been to the dentist in a while.
But we have though.
We have.
I mean, but your teeth are different now. So
my teeth are different now.
You don't have a gap.
A missing tooth. That you thought.
Oh, what side was it on? Over there? Look at that.
Okay. So, sorry, guys. The medical examiner released the autopsy results stating that there was no evidence of trauma and the cause of death for the family was unknown. Number 13.
He's looking at me through the mirror.
I think he's like entranced by himself.
Wade, he's looking at
Both of us through the mirror.
He's like, I don't understand.
Like, how does he know to do that? Most dogs look in the mirror and they freak the fuck out because they see themselves.
Oh, we have a puppy. Take a shot.
He was just like looking at us like, hey.
Okay, this is there's
number
so many
13,
dogs. Yes,
right?
please. Yeah.
However, the remains were incomplete due to weather and predation by animals, like eating of animals. Mm-hmm. Oof. So foul play could not fully be ruled out.
So, like, how damaged the bodies were, it was just impossible. Like, I can understand if somebody was, like, if a wolf was chewing on
Well, they're
bones
out in the middle of Oklahoma.
for 4 years.
For 4 years, of course, they're going to be eating, like, hawks, falcons.
I like how you go to the bird route. I'm more like coyotes, bobcats.
I was going to get to that, but I'm pretty sure they all had a hand in that.
Sure. So let's sue them all.
Yeah, sue them all. They probably got some of their flesh.
Bring the vulture here. Bring it.
I want justice.
Vulture. Okay. One item noted on the report was that Bobby had a small hole in the back of his skull, which would have been from a bullet. However, this also could have been due to animal predation after death.
A small hole?
A little baby hole.
I don't see how an animal could do that.
Maybe not. Like they can't speculate. They can't speculate in this because it's a legal issue. Mm-hmm. So if it was like perfectly circular, then yes. Then we'd be like, okay, animals couldn't do that. But you can't, I don't know. It's hard to say. So that's the information we have. Mm-hmm. We're going to go into the theories. My favorite part. Okay. So the theories. Da, da, da. Okay. Because of the amount of time that had passed since the start of this case, theories are all over the place when it comes to what happened to the Jamison family. Some suggest that the family was being plagued by demons and that's why they ended up dead in the mountains. I'm going to let you do theory number 1. So number 14.
That was like number 1. They died due to exposure. It's possible that the family wandered off and ended up succumbing. I love that word, succumbing. to the elements in this case. The weather was chilly, and if they were outside all night without their coats, because their coats and jackets were found in the truck, it's possible that they froze to death. I mean...
Possible.
That is possible, since it was 40 degrees during the day, so that means at night in
It's
fucking
colder,
Oklahoma, it's going to be...
probably 20 and 30s.
Yeah.
But also kind of keeping in mind that they had video of them acting weird loading their car or their truck. So they were acting very strange. Like,
and they're probably not a family that's close together, so they probably didn't keep each other warm, like in that one without a paddle.
Maybe they were just like walking and it was in the evening and they're just like, we're tired, let's lay down. And they laid face down.
Yeah, but they wouldn't lay face down.
I mean, some people sleep face down.
Fuck no, not out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. So, with that being said, 40 degrees Fahrenheit is chilly, but not overly cold, even though it's still possible to get hypothermia when the weather is around 40 degrees. So, that's a possibility.
I mean, if you're out there for hours and hours and hours without a jacket, yeah, but I'm fine in a jacket in 40-degree weather. Like today, it was 43 outside.
But remember, they left their jackets in their truck.
I know. So, yeah. So, if they're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, or if they're wearing pants and a t-shirt with no jacket, 40 degrees. I still don't see that. I still don't see that possible.
That's a theory, though.
Oh, a theory.
It's a theory.
Yeah,
so,
well, that theory is out the window.
Theory number 2.
Theory number 3.
Duh. Okay. Duh. So theory number 2 is murder-suicide. Clearly, there was troubles in the Jamison family marriage. Mm-hmm. Given the long letter that Sherilyn had written to Bobby, which was 11 fucking pages.
Wait, so Bobby's not even with them, right?
No, Bobby's with them.
Well, I thought he was in a nursing home.
No, that's the dad. Dad of Bobby. Dad of Bobby threatened to kill the entire family.
Oh, got it. So the dad was... I was so confused on that.
No, okay, so Bobby is the dad that his body was found. With Sherilyn, his wife, and Madison, their daughter.
So only 3 of them?
3.
Why was I thinking 4 this whole time?
No. His dad threatened him previously, saying, I'm going to kill you and your family. Blah,
Got
blah,
it.
Blah. Allegedly.
I thought Bobby was the dad.
No, Bobby is the dad of Madison, but not... No, that's different.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Are we cleared up?
I think I'm cleared up now, madam. You
Great.
can continue.
The long letter Sherilyn had written to Bobby. Sherilyn also said to have had mental health issues, including bipolar disorder, and that she's always carried a .22 pistol with her.
That small hole in the back of the head.
Number 15.
Could be a .22 pistol.
Maybe.
Number 15. In addition to the letter found in the Jamison's truck from Sherry Lynn, another letter was located in their home that discussed death. Dun, dun, dun.
You didn't do it.
I was waiting for you to finish.
You're fired.
Dun, dun, dun.
Israel Beauchamp, Latimer County Sheriff, at the time of the couple's disappearance, stated they were certainly a family obsessed with death.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like
obsessed. You. Yeah, but I'm not going to kill you in the middle of nowhere.
Not.
All right. So if Sherilyn planned on murdering her husband and child before killing herself, I believe a firearm would have been involved so that she can control the situation.
Not necessarily.
I mean, Bobby is listed as 6'3", 170 pounds, while Sherilyn was 5'7" and 105 pounds.
That mother... Okay, I can't say that mother freaker. Okay, 6'3", 173 pounds.
170
He's
pounds.
skinny, babe.
Skinny.
Remember when I was 6'4" and I was 180? I was like almost skin and bones.
Yeah, but she's 5'7" and 105.
And?
So it's my height being 105 pounds. She's skinnier.
Yeah, but she might be feisty.
With a .22 pistol, I can imagine that.
Or a machete.
I doubt that she would have been able to overpower her husband with just her hands. A .22 bullet, the type that Sherilyn supposedly carried, could have pierced a human skull. So again, this theory is certainly possible. However, no evidence of gunshot was found on the bodies according to the autopsy report. Yes, Bobby had the hole in the back of his head.
But it's not the size of a .22 pistol.
Maybe not. Maybe not. He had a small hole, it said.
Yeah.
A small hole.
A
22, the whole bullet's about that big.
Let me finish. Unless you believe the small hole in Bobby's skull was absolutely due to a bullet wound, and to be fair, it's very well could have been. So she could have killed him. Additionally, wouldn't Cheryl Lynn and Madison also have evidence of gunshots on their remains too if a firearm was used? And if Cheryl Lynn used a gun to end their lives, surely a gun would have been found at the scene. But no firearm was there.
And also, they would not all be laying face down. She's not going to fucking shoot herself in the back of the head. So
and she doesn't. But the thing is, there's no bullet wounds in her skull.
And that too.
No bullet wounds in Madison's skull, which is her daughter.
So, gun was not involved.
And the firearm was not around. So if it was her doing, it would probably have been in her hand. But it's not there. Unless somebody walked by and like, oh, this dead body has a gun. I'm going to take the gun. Like, possible.
I mean, unless someone followed them up there. Maybe the guy that was like, said that they were the only people that went up there. Maybe he went to go investigate.
Maybe not.
And just hid information.
True. That's a possibility. Okay, so that's theory number 2. You're going to do theory number 3, read 16.
Sexting.
Ritual cult killings. Some have suggested that the bizarre deaths of the Jamison family are due to some sort of ritual cult killing. Sherry Lynn's mother, Connie Cocotan. Cocotan. That sounds like Indian. Believes
Native
that,
American?
Native American, I'm sorry. Yes, Native American. Believes that a religious cult killed the family.
All right, so Connie said, like I've said from the very beginning, I think somebody killed them. There's just no way that Bobby and Sherry Lynn would ever let anything happen to Madison unless something has been done to them. Bobby's uncle, Jack Jamison, has also stated that he thinks foul play was involved. However, it's not clear if he thinks it's due to a cult or any sort of ritual killing. So foul play is possible from a third party. Theory number 4.
Demonic
Possession.
I
mean, I would favor that.
I'm surprised that has not come up at all.
I said it in the beginning.
You did, but that's not one of the theories.
Because that's such a far off fetched thing. We're trying to narrow it down.
For people that don't believe in demonics, yeah.
Anyway, theory number 4, the last theory. It was a drug deal gone wrong. So as mentioned before, they were speculated to be meth users. And that's why they had $32,000 in their truck, a briefcase, what have you. Maybe they had to present the money with a briefcase. Who knows?
Yeah, but the money was left in the truck.
Right. Which, okay, I don't...
So that didn't make any sense.
Let me read this one. Drug deal gone wrong. Others have said that the Jamison family deaths are due to a drug deal gone bad. If authorities had found evidence of drugs in the family's home, I'd be more inclined to believe this theory. But they haven't released any information to the public indicating that the family was involved with drugs. So nothing was revealed in their home, in their truck. There was no drugs.
I mean, obviously, if they buy drugs, they're going to take them. They're not going to...
Right. So you have to read
some spares around.
Number 17. I think that's your last one, right?
No, I have 2 more. And again, if this was a drug deal that went badly and why didn't the perpetrators take the $32,000 in cash from the truck before leaving? Well, obviously, if they took them up to the mountains to execute them, they're not going to come back down to the truck without them and take the money because they're going to have to break into it unless the truck is open.
It was open.
Well, they're going to have to get into it, take the money, and then leave. If they were smart, they wouldn't do that.
They would have just grabbed the money initially and then...
Yeah, they would have taken the money initially when they took them.
So those are the top 4 theories. Of course, there's a lot of randomness. As previously stated, there's theories out there that are so far off. We don't even know. But...
I think demonic possession.
I think so too. Because the way they were acting in the video footage, they were standing there and it's like they were...
I want to see. Can you see this video?
I can show it to you. I'll show you the video after. It's to a point where it's so... they're not there. If you see the video of them, they're just not... It's
even the daughter?
The daughter's not even in the video. They grab her and put her in there.
It's just them two.
There's them two loading up the truck with camping equipment. They're going to go camping.
Yeah, that's signs of murder right there.
Signs of murder, but the thing is, the only thing that was there was the small bullet hole in Bobby's head. not anybody else's.
Well, yeah, because they found the bodies fucking 4 years later.
So she could have shot her daughter in the chest, maybe, and maybe if she didn't hit a bone, that's possible. And then maybe if she shot herself in the chest,
she has to be pretty medically inclined to like shoot someone
which
and
she's
not hit a
not.
bone.
But I'm just saying, like, and also you have to take in consideration she's bipolar, which is not a bad thing. Everybody has mental health issues. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to take care of it. And if she didn't take her medicine, she could have had a lapse. Whatever.
But still, the way they found their bodies all face
down. It's a little
that's not
uniform for a random killing. So
that seems like they were, to me, they were all on their knees and someone probably slit their throat.
Ooh.
Which you can't have evidence of that because
except for what about the back hole?
that'd just be like a deformity or something.
Or maybe like an animal or something.
Or just an animal. Like
okay.
But I think their throats
It
were
was
probably
like
slit
suicide,
because they're
like,
sitting down. They're probably on their knees. You slit their throat, they're gonna fall fucking face forward.
Execution style.
Execution style. They just didn't shoot him.
And then they killed the 6-year-old daughter. That's crazy.
Or it just wasn't a human being at all, and it was
the demon.
It was some type of demon. Maybe they had some type of pact and they didn't fulfill it, and then the demon was like, "Well, bye."
Oh God, that's why I feel bad for the family for having this outcome, but at the same rate, it is a very fascinating story because. Holy shit, what happens? Like, we will never know the answer 100%.
No one will ever know now.
There's not enough evidence because it's in the middle of the wilderness. Like, there's no evidence on them because it's been 4 years. I mean, if we could find it, that'd be amazing. But it's not figure outable. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to figure it out.
If they would have found the bodies, like, maybe a few days, then
a month or two later, maybe. But no. Like,
not
this is
4
like
years later. So much shit could happen. Like,
there's another story that's in California I want to do later. It's like kind of similar where they're found in the desert. It's crazy. Like crazy bonkers. I keep on saying that because I've been watching a lot of true crime documentaries and everything's bonkers.
Everything's bonkers.
But that's the topic for today. We would like to hear what you guys think. If you have a theory that you are leaning towards, let us know. Definitely email us at inforthenight69@gmail.com or go to our website, inforthenightpodcast.com, and you can email us there.
I mean, it's also because they were saying that they're supposed to be rich. Because they lived
beyond
out of their means. Yeah, but that doesn't. Someone else looking in
could see.
Because especially them having $32,000 cash, like we kind of live above our means. We don't have fucking $32,000 cash laying around.
We don't live our means. We have pair bills and we have money left over.
Stay down.
Take a shot.
So it's like the fact that they had $32,000 cash. Maybe they were a little bit well off.
Or maybe they had a loan shark that they were going to pay back and he didn't like waiting. And they were about to pay him back and then he's like, fuck y'all. He didn't.
That doesn't make any sense. Like,
I'm just saying.
If they had the money right then and there, I mean, maybe it was only half of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, maybe it was half and he's like, that's not good enough.
Maybe it was like a quarter or something.
Not good enough. Like, if they were meth users. Like, I'm just trying to like.
But then he still should have took the money. Like, the money was still in. Maybe they didn't tell him.
Maybe they didn't tell him and they were giving him a briefcase and they were trying to play it as if they were paying him, but then keep the $32,000 out and then run afterwards. And then he looked in the briefcase and it's empty.
If that was the case, then that's not very smart on them.
It wasn't.
Everyone looks in
but
the
if they're on meth, like if they're like not fully functioning.
So drugs make you act like that?
Meth?
I don't know. Fucking fine.
I don't do meth, but it makes you not function right. Like.
I thought that when people act like that, that is possession.
No, you can be on drugs and like there was a guy in Florida who was huffing bath salts and he started eating people. Like he was known as a zombie and they thought there was a zombie outbreak. Like that's how bad it was.
Bath salts?
Yeah, because you like
Epsom salt?
I don't do drugs. I don't know. It was bath salts.
Salt is not drug.
Maybe he like lit him on fire and huffed it. I don't know how you do that. I don't ask me questions like that.
You're supposed to know, baby. You're supposed to know everything. I just remember the
story about the guy who was in Florida and he huffed bath salts and then he was on a bus and he started eating people.
Oh, Florida? Oh, that makes sense.
So, I don't know. This is a crazy story. There's so many crazy stories out there. So, this is just one of them. But let us know
many more.
Let us know what you think. I said the email address. I said the website. We are going to talk about our next episode. Next episode, I get the movie, he gets the topic. Do you remember what your topic is?
Say that one more time. Salem witch trials.
Yeah, so you get the topic. He's doing... Because it is Halloween coming up in the next couple weeks.
Halloween.
So we're going to get a little bit more spooky, even though that's how we kind of live our lives now. I'm going to do the movie The Witch, which is on Hulu as well as Amazon Prime. I've always wanted to watch it, and it kind of was a little creepy because that girl on there has weird eyes, and it freaked me out. But we're going to watch it.
No, the woman that freaked... Like, this woman... I would never be normal for the rest of my life. The woman that's in the last Conjuring that we... No. The last... Fuck. The cabin one.
Cabin in the Woods?
Is it Cabin in the Woods?
Oh, Knock at the Cabin?
No.
There's two of them now. The new one just came out.
Dead. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead Rise. That redheaded lady in there. Oh my God. She looks like a fucking demon.
Oh, we're not getting into that again because you ranted about that before.
But terrifying. That scares me.
Okay. So, The Witch is the movie. It is on Hulu, Amazon Prime. Watch it beforehand. That is your homework. The topic is...
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes. We're just going to dive into her life. No. Love you, Whoopi. But what is actually our real topic?
We already said it.
I know. Just say it again.
Witch trials.
Salem witch trials. So we're going to get witchy in here. Witchy bitches. All right. So I mentioned before our email address, write in. We're Not Qualified is coming up. So send in your confessions, advice questions, stories, connections, thoughts on this fucking case.
Possessions. Did you say that already?
Sure. Let's do that. Funny headlines. Anything that you want to send in, we will read. We will.
Dog sniffing your butt.
We don't need that.
No, we need that.
Pictures, though.
Yeah, pictures. 100% pictures.
100% pictures.
If it's no pictures, it didn't happen.
What else can you find on our website?
I already said it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Merch and Patreon. See,
Good
I
job.
said it.
Here we go. Merch and Patreon.
I said it already.
If you want to see our facial expressions, if you want to see me glare at Lur, definitely join Patreon. And also you get random shit. If you do with the highest tier, guess what? You get to tell us what to do. You can choose a movie, you can choose a topic, and tell us literally what the fucking do. So
you can even write us a script. I'm just kidding.
You can just do all the research for us. Like, I do the research, and yeah, you can do that too. Just kidding. No, I'll do the hard work. Just let me know if you have any specifics, but definitely do it. We will donate 25% of it to our animal shelters around, just to help them out because we care about animals so much because we have 7 of them. Well, that is our episode.
Well, don't roll your eyes, babe.
I'm just trying to think of any other things. I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm rolling my eyes at me to try to think of if I have to say anything else before we end this lovely episode because it's long as hell.
No.
No. No. Thank you for joining us today.
You can be one of those phone sex talker worker peoples.
I want to be a dominatrix because I feel like I'd be very good at it. No sex. I just get to beat up people.
Do it.
All right.
Or you can do fucking feet finder. We could be millionaires right now, but you don't want to do it.
My feet are gross now because I got bit by ants.
No, they're not.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night.
And until next time, peeps, peace out.